Hey, what's up guys? My name is Anand and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about e-commerce conversion rate optimization. I know that a lot of times people ask questions like, hey, I'm getting a lot of traffic, but I'm not getting any customers. Well, the answer to the question is you need to focus on conversion rate optimization and follow some of the tactics that will help you to test and analyze what is working best for your business, what are some of the tips and tricks that you can implement on your website, and how exactly you can try to get micro conversion that will lead you to that ultimate transaction. So the first thing that you want to do is to install all the proper analytics and tracking codes. A solid analytics and tracking platform that will help you to test and analyze what is working best. So go ahead and install Google Analytics, but not just that, you need to enable e-commerce tracking on your website. Google Analytics has a section that will enable you to track e-commerce transaction, so it is absolutely necessary for you to enable that. The second thing that you can do is if you are using Shopify or WooCommerce, then they have their own tracking codes that you will have to install on your website, so go ahead and do that. And finally, the third thing that you should use is a heat map tool such as Crazy Egg or Hotjar. So let's get started and see how you can enable e-commerce transactions or e-commerce tracking on your website using Google Analytics. So this is a demo account from Google, and I want to show you how exactly it looks like. So once you enable e-commerce, you'll be able to see all the transaction details. So you will get to know like how much revenue you have generated, what's your e-commerce conversion rate, how many transactions you got in that particular time frame, and what's the average order value. Now this information is super critical for you to understand your current conversion rate, how much is the average order value, and based on these information you can make changes on your website. You will be also able to see like what are the top selling products and products generate like revenue by product as well. So this information is important. You can also find out about your sales performance. So for example, you will be able to get information for every transaction. You can get to know about the shopping behavior. For example, over here you can see how exactly people are getting converted from the home page, or as soon as they land on the web page on the website, what's the conversion rate where they click on the product views. So 14,000 people visited the home page. Out of that, 3,000 people viewed the product. Out of that, 900 people added the product to the basket, and only 400 went through checkout, and finally there was 17 transactions. So that's your 0.12 conversion rate. So this flow of traffic will help you understand where exactly you are lagging. So look at this, there is like a 75% drop off from since the time someone visits the home page before even they click on the product page. So there's something that you can do on the home page. You can try to optimize your menu items, or you can shift around layout. You can add free shipping, or you can provide a good call to action button so that this number goes up, so that at least 30% people views the product instead of 23%. So that's how you can find out how people are interacting with your website using shopping behavior. With checkout behavior, you will be able to understand how exactly people are moving down the checkout process. So this gives you information like, okay, 200 people are are on the page billing and shipping. Out of that, 226 people are making payment, 13 people are on review, and then 17 transactions. So it gives you an idea like what happens during the shopping process, what happens during the checkout process, And if you see something really wrong in any of these process, you can try to optimize that part. Basically you will have to install e-commerce. You need to enable e-commerce, and the way you do that is click on or go to your account in your admin section. So let me go back. All right, so I'm in my admin section. Okay, so it's under view. Click on e-commerce settings, and then you need to enable this. And once you do that, make sure that you install all the tracking codes so that you have everything in place. So that's your second step in terms of analytics. The next one is if you are using Shopify for your e-commerce store, then make sure that your Shopify analytics is working properly. If you're on WooCommerce, then again make sure that everything works well. And then the third thing I want to recommend in terms of analytics is install a tool like Hotjar or Crazy Egg. Basically these two tools will help you to analyze how people are interacting on your web page. It will give you a heat map of how people are interacting. So let me show you an example. So if you go to google.com and type in Hotjar, it will basically help you to find and understand how people are using your page, and it's on in a visual way. So look at this. So this is a sample example of how your heat map will look like. So it will basically give you a snapshot of your website, and it will show you like how many people are clicking on certain elements. It will also give you a recording. Sorry, it will also give you a recording. So look at this. This is how the user's mouse movement was. So all these information will help you to find out what elements are not performing well and what are the elements that you need to move around so that you can increase your conversion rate. So that's your analytics. The next one is to target the right people when it comes to advertising. So let's say you're running ads on Google and Facebook, and let's say you're getting traffic. If you are getting traffic to your e-commerce store or website, it means your ad is working fine, because people are clicking on your ad and you are getting traffic. Now that's a good news. But if you are not getting any orders or conversions, then the traffic that you are getting are just not the right kind of people. You will have to make sure that you target your ads to the right people based on their buyer persona. So what I mean is you will have to create a buyer persona because it will help you to understand who your target audience is, which websites your audience go to and hang out, what are their likes and dislikes, what are their pain points. And only when you understand your potential customer properly, you will be able to reach out to those people using the right platform. And I want to recommend a very cool tool by HubSpot. It's called as Make My Persona. So if you go to hubspot.com/make my persona, it will give you a nice visual persona builder, and basically it will help you to create your ideal customer. So you can add a nice icon, you can give your ideal customer a name. So mine is like John Smith. His age is like 18 to 24. His average education level is bachelor's degree. He likes these many platforms or social networks. He's in the marketing industry, he's self-employed, and then his preferred method of communication is X, Y, and Z. Basically he's looking for these tools, and he's interested in his objective is to get traffic, leads, and revenue. And these are some of the challenges. So this will give me a visual idea of who my target customer is, what is his pain points and challenges, what social networks he's hanging out, and based on that, the next campaign or next digital advertisement that I will create will take these points into consideration in terms of targeting. And I can export this and save it so that I can use it and take a printout, so that anytime I run a campaign, I make sure that I refer to this buyer persona. So look at this. When you go to hubspot.com/make my persona, click on build my persona, you can choose an avatar, you can name him, you can select his age, his qualification, and then choose the industry. So let's say you are selling t-shirts for your retail store. I think I saw retail, yeah. Then you can choose retail. You can choose the number of employees, add job titles, and so on and so forth. So that's how you can build a nice buyer persona and use it for your e-commerce store when it comes to digital advertisement. All right, the next is audience insights. So Facebook has this audience insights tool where you can understand where your potential audience are in the Facebook ecosphere. So let's say your audience. So basically, when you go to audience insight, you need to type in an interest. So you can say clothing, shopping and fashion. Okay, so I'm just gonna add like one interest. So I want to find out all the people who are interested in shopping and fashion. And what I want to do is I want to choose the location as United States. You can choose any other country, for example China, India, or anything else. And once you add the country over here, on the right side Facebook will show you the age and gender, how much percentage of people are interested in this industry or in this section, what is their relationship status, what is their education level, what is their job title. And basically you will be able to find out all the demographic information about people who are interested in shopping and fashion. The best part is when you click on page likes, Facebook will provide you the top categories that they are interested in. So look at this, these are some of the top categories that your audience might be interested in. These are the pages Facebook pages that your audience likes. You will be able to find out top locations, top countries. So I'm gonna choose India, for example, over here. All right, awesome, look at this. So it gives me location, page likes for India, and then it gives me demographics. So based on the country and the interest, you will get all the demographics, page likes, location, and even activity information. So this information is super critical for you to run Facebook ads and target your right audience. So that's your 3 tips in terms of targeting your right audience. All right, moving on. The next one is competitor analysis. Now think about this. Let's say you run an e-commerce store for a retail or fashion industry, and you sell clothing and shoes and everything. If you don't know who your competitors are in your region, you will not be able to understand what is working best for your competitors, and basically you're starting right from scratch. The point here is to understand your competitors, find out where do they currently buy, what are your competitors doing, check out your competitors' website and customer experience, and perform these steps. So let's go one by one. Let's say you want to understand your competitors' traffic and how much traffic they are getting and what is working best. you can use this tool that is called a similar web. You can use this tool that is called a similar web. So basically, go to similarweb.com and then type in the website. So I'm just gonna say Amazon for now. I know it's a big website, but you can actually use your local competitor's website URL. I just want to show you, what information you're going to get from this tool. So as soon as you enter the website URL, it will show you like the traffic overview, total visits, average visit duration, pages per visit, bounce rate, top countries, and then the top sources, like direct, referral, and search. So this information will be really useful for you to compare your website with your competitor. So you can say, oh my god, look at that, your competitor is getting a lot of traffic from direct source, or your competitor might be getting a lot of traffic from search, which basically means they are doing fantastic on Google or organic search. Then you will really need to up your game in terms of paid search and organic search. So that's how you can analyze. Look at this, top referring sites. This will help you to get some backlinks, and understand what is working best and what is not working for your competitor. And it will really help you to up your game and piggyback on the success of your competitors. So keep this tool in mind. Similar web, enter your competitor's name and understand what is working best for them. The next one is subscribe to their newsletter, blog, social, and run abandoned cart. So what I mean is, go to your competitor's website and subscribe to their newsletter. The reason I say this is, once you subscribe, you will get to know what type of email marketing campaigns your competitor is running. And once you get their newsletter, you will be able to find out, okay, what kind of deals are they promoting, what is their unique selling factors, and how are they doing their email onboarding process. You can even subscribe to their blog and get some content ideas. The next one is follow them on social media and find out what kind of advertising and promotions they run on social media, and run an abandoned cart process. So basically, go to your competitor's website, add a product to your cart, and then abandon, and see what happens, like what kind of abandoned cart recovery mechanism your competitor is using, and document every single thing that is working best for them. The next thing that you want to do is, you need to up your game. Like, do something that will make you stand apart from your competitor. If they are having a fancy email onboarding process, then try to deliver more value in your email onboarding process. Try to give discount codes. Try to give free shipping as soon as someone signs up for your newsletter. If they don't have an abandoned cart process, then you should try to have an abandoned cart process or abandoned recovery process. So that's how you by subscribing to your competitors' newsletter, blogs, and social media, you will be able to get a complete overview of what is working for your competitors, and do something that works even more better for your company or your business. All right. The next one is check reviews, pricing, and unique selling factors. So what I mean by reviews is, it will help you to understand the social proof. So here is an example of one website. So if you go to any of the existing e-commerce store, you will be able to check reviews. So let me pick Amazon, for example. Okay, so I was looking at this product page on Amazon, and when I click on reviews, I actually get to understand a lot more about the product. Like, I can see reviews where people are not happy with the product. Say for example, you're selling a clothing item, for example t-shirt, and if someone is leaving like a negative review about your competitor's product, let's say they don't like the design, or let's say they don't like the color or something, try to find out if you can do something better. That's a nice way to understand the loopholes of your competitors, and provide more value on your product. And not just that, with the reviews you can understand the social proof and the social temperature, or the amount of people who are liking your competitor's product. It will help you to understand what is the social proof and what else you can do on your website. So check the reviews. Pricing helps you to find out how competitive you can get, whether you want to lower or increase your price. And basically, you will get more information about your business and your domain. And then finally, I want to mention about these two tools called SpyFu and Ahref. Now, SpyFu is they both are paid tools, and these tools are useful to understand what kind of organic and paid keywords your competitors are ranking for. So let me show you. With SpyFu, you can actually enter your competitor's website once, and then after that you will have to pay for this tool. But I mean, you can use it once to get an idea. So here's a website I added, and the reason I recommend this tool is it will help you to understand how many organic keywords your competitors are ranking for. So look at this. There are like 2,700 organic keywords that will show your competitor's website on Google, estimated monthly clicks, and the click value. And not just that, it will give you an idea in terms of pay per click. So there are like 39 keywords that is helping this competitor, estimated monthly clicks, and it will give you like active users, 50 highest converting pages or products, and basically it will show the organic competitors and paid competitors, shared keywords, like how many keywords are having an overlap between the competition. And this will help you if you are running pay-per-click advertisement, and just give you a good head start in terms of what keywords that you should consider or not consider for your pay-per-click campaign or Google Ads campaign. It will also give you a nice a screenshot. So I highly recommend SpyFu. It's a nice tool that you should use for competitor analysis if you are running Google Ads or pay-per-click advertisement. And finally, I want to mention about backlinks. With backlinks, you are able to increase your domain authority and page rank. Basically, backlink is anyone who is trying to link back to your website, and with this tool, it will help you to find out how many backlinks your competitors are getting, and you can find a way if you have any opportunity to get those backlinks. So that's your 6 tips in terms of competitor analysis. All right, the next one is showing relevant ads and bringing them to right destination. So what I mean is, I mentioned about website navigation and user experience using tools like Hotjar. The reason why you need to bring people to the right destination is because let's say you are running ads on Facebook and you're bringing people to your homepage. Now if you are running an ad about selling clothing items like t-shirts or something, and if you're bringing them to your homepage, and let's say on your homepage there are like 50 different call to action buttons and 50 different categories, your consumers will go nuts. Like they won't be able to understand what is working for them and what is not working for them. All right, so let's say you are running ads on Facebook, and let's say your ad is about selling clothes or t-shirts or something like that. And if you're bringing people to your homepage, then it's going to be really hard for your customer to make a decision, because your homepage might have like 50 different options and 10 different menu navigations, and it's something like Amazon, and so many different call to action buttons. So it's going to be really hard to figure out what they need to do once they land on your homepage. But instead, let's say your ad is very specific. Let's say in this case, your ad is about selling, this green screen or photography, studio lighting kit. And let's say you bring your visitors directly to this product page. That's a big improvement, because you are sending people directly to your product page where they can read more about your product and quickly make a decision. So website navigation and user experience is important, and it will help you to understand your user flow. And the next thing I want to mention is about micro conversions. So I mentioned about how you need to set up e-commerce on your Google Analytics profile. With micro conversions, you can actually understand how they are interacting with different elements on your website. So let me go back to Amazon's product page. So you can actually set up micro conversions about how many people are clicking on reviews link, how many people are finished reading your product page, how many people are asking question and answer. These are micro conversions. Like, these are small indications that those people are interested on your website, and these are basically a good way to analyze which conversions are leading to which micro conversions are leading to customers. So make sure that you set up goals in analytics. If you don't know how to do that, let me know in the comment section, and I will try to create a video on how to set up goals in analytics. So that's your next step. All right, the next one is product page optimization. Okay, so again, I want to show you some examples of how you can optimize your product page. So in this page, you can see how Amazon is using like nice images, professional images. So make sure that you have at least 3 to 4 professional high quality images, because that will help you to clearly sell those products and convince your customer of why they need to buy your product. Because visual selling is an important aspect of e-commerce. Only when your customers can browse around and check your product images properly, they will get convinced and they will buy a product. The next one is use H1, H2, and H3 tags. So this is like the heading, and as you can see, this is well optimized for search engine. It has nice title. It explains clearly like what you will get from the product. And if someone is searching on Google about background photo video shoot kit, then this product page should definitely rank well for those keywords, because it's clearly in the title. So make sure you use H1, H2, and H3 tags. This is an H1 tag. If you scroll down, these are like H2 tags. It has nice product descriptions over here. So make sure that you have descriptions. Make sure that you have reviews and social proof. You can use a tool like Yotpo if you are on it's Yotpo. Y-O-T-Po. All right, yeah. Make sure to use tools like Yotpo if you're selling on Shopify. It's a nice tool to add reviews on your website, and it integrates well with Shopify. I'm sure you'll find a good good tool for WooCommerce as well. So Yotpo reviews is a fantastic tool if you want to have that functionality on your website. And what you can do is, once you have that functionality, just send 10 to 15 emails to your close friends or people who have already bought your product and ask them for review. I mean, that's a great way to have a good head start in terms of getting social proof. All right, so that's your next step. And finally, have clear call to action buttons. Again, let's go back to this page. this is a nice product page. It has clear product photography, clear title. Well, actually this title can be improved. It just says Advantage Polo. Well, it clearly needs to tell more about the product. But then what I'm saying is, in terms of call to action, it clearly has a call to action over here. So make sure that you have clear call to action buttons so that you can increase your conversion rate. All right, the next one is lead nurturing. Okay, so I talked about buyer personas and how you can target people based on what they like and don't like. In terms of lead nurturing, think about this. Let's say you're getting 600 or 1000 clicks or visits to your website. These are new people. They don't know about your brand. They are visiting your website for the first time, and if they are not converting, it means they are generally in the awareness stage. And what you can do is you can start collecting email addresses. You can ask for their email address and make them subscribe to their newsletter. And as soon as they subscribe, you can send automated emails with free ebooks, free checklist, free videos, or free kits that is going to solve a specific pain point about your customer. So let's go back to our example about fashion and retail. Let's say you are selling shirts, t-shirts, and dresses and shoes. And let's say if someone visits your website and then they don't buy your product, and let's say they signed up to your newsletter, you can send them an email about 10 tips to select dresses on e-commerce store. I think that's a fantastic blog post that you can create and send a link. Or you can send them an email about top 5 e-commerce trend, or top 5 fashion in your country, or top 5 fashion trends in your country, or something like that. Basically what I'm trying to say is, try to share something valuable that will solve certain pain points of your potential customers, and basically it will help you to build trust, and they will get to know your business better, and they will slowly move from the awareness stage to consideration stage. And again, like, it depends on what you're selling. If you are selling a complicated software, then you will have to use all these 3 stages: awareness, consideration, and decision. But if it's just a small product, then you don't have to create a lot of content and focus on content marketing. But in the consideration stage, you can actually try to talk more specific about your product. If you are selling a software, then you can talk about what are the best ways that you can improve your business revenue, and share a free webinar, share a case study or free sample, or you can do anything that will bring them closer to the decision stage. And finally, in the decision stage, you can give them coupon codes, discount codes, basically give them freebies, and make sure that you add a call to action button so that they come back to your website. So with lead nurturing, you are basically building that relationship with people who have not bought your products, and you are building trust with them with content marketing, and slowly moving them down the funnel, and finally turning them into customers. All right, the next one is opt-in forms. I talked about how you need to make them subscribe to your newsletter. There are 2 tools I want to mention over here. The first one is Privy, and the next one is Opt-in Monster. With Privy, you can do something like this. Like, as soon as they try to exit the website, you can show them a pop-up box like this, and they can quickly provide their email address. And once they provide their email address, you can send them automatic emails. You can send them coupon codes, and anything that will help you to bring them back to your website and turn them into customers. So that's your opt-in forms, and that's your tip in terms of improving conversion rate. And then I want to mention about running promotions. Again, promotions are a fantastic way to give them another reason to rethink and reconsider your brand. So some of the promotions can be free shipping, discount codes, buy one get certain percentage off, and special events. All right, and finally, I want to share with you guys a nice Excel tool that can help you to calculate conversion rates and traffic and revenue. So basically, this is an automated tool that I built, and what you can do is you can enter in your existing traffic that you're getting, and you can check your conversion rate on Google Analytics. If you don't know your conversion rate, you can assume as low as 0.01, so that's basically 1%, and you can say, okay, based on 1% conversion rate and my existing traffic, I'm gonna get like 10 customers, and let's say your average cost of each product is $50 or 500 rupees or anything like that. Then you will get to know like how much is the total revenue that you're going to generate based on your traffic and conversion rate. And you can play around with this tool. So let's say next month your conversion rate increases to 2%, then you will get to know how much is the total revenue that you're going to generate. So this tool, this Excel file will help you to plan out how much money you need to spend in terms of Facebook ads, Google ads, how much traffic you can get, and based on the conversion rate, what will be your total revenue. And finally, I want to leave with one important message about why you really need to think about conversion rate optimization. I want to give you a solid example. So look at this. This is e-commerce store A and this is e-commerce store B actually. And let's say, let's say this is your competitor's website, right? And let's say your competitor is getting 2,000 visits a month, and his conversion rate is 2%. And based on that, he's getting like 40 customers. And then his cost per transaction is $50 and total revenue is $2,000. Now, let's say this is your website, e-commerce store B, and your traffic is still the same. You're getting the same amount of traffic, but then you followed all the tips that I mentioned in this tutorial about improving conversion rate, tracking, and everything. And let's say your store's conversion rate is 5%. Look at this. For the same amount of traffic, you're going to get 100 transactions or 100 customers. And the total revenue that you're going to generate is 5,000 as compared to 2,000. So as you can see, just by improving conversion rate, you are doubling, tripling the total revenue. And that is why it is so important to focus on conversion rate optimization and focus on all the different tactics that I mentioned, and not just focus on traffic, because you can get 1 million, 10,000, 100,000 visitors to your website, but if they don't convert, it is meaningless. The traffic is not going to be of any use. Only when you make your visitors convert and buy and make them buy or make them turn them into a customer, only then the traffic is meaningful. So that's it, guys. I know it was a pretty long video about conversion rate optimization. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I post weekly digital marketing videos, and I will see you next time.